Yeah. Got over as fast as I could. What's up?
I'm not at all sure yet, kid.
Oh, well, see, the expo just opened, and I haven't had much time to spend there, so I'm going to go back over there, and when you are sure, you give me a call, okay?
Just wait a minute, please. You want to show him that thing?
My pleasure. The I.O.U. I'm collecting.
What?
The I.O.U. you wrote me last night, Blackie.
Well, what about it?
Did you write this?
Yeah.
This is an I.O.U. for $80,000. You better have a good explanation, kid.
What took you so long?
I told you I had something to do first.
The most important thing we have to do is get to the expo and try to figure out where my wife is.
I know. That is why I made a list of all the pavilions with strong DVX ties. That way we don't waste any time.
I'm sorry. I'm just not sleeping too well at the moment.
No apologies necessary. Any calls?
No.
No ransom instruction?
Nothing.
All right, then I think we better get over to the expo and see if we can hunt down this persimmon clue that Luke left us with.
Yes, and when it comes to clues, it leaves a lot to be desired.
Yeah.
Persimmon, Grant?
No, thank you.
Persimmons have always had a very special meaning for me. When I was a child, my mother always gave me persimmons whenever I was especially clever at my lessons.
Then we should all have one now.
If Grant won't have one, at least he deserves a toast for displaying his loyalty last night.
Gregory tells me you slapped your American wife.
Lord Rama, she was impudent.
Alas, these American women think they can get away with anything these days.
To Grant, then? A difficult job, well done.
It's not over yet.
That's right. We have to decide how much time to give Scorpio and the WSB to turn over the microfilm.
And how long we'll allow before we kill the hostages.
Luke. Cindy, wake up.
What?
Where's Luke?
Isn't he here?
No, he's gone, Celia. Luke is gone. What have they done with him?
$80,000? Let me see that. That's supposed to be $8,000.
What do you mean?
Well, yes, he won $8,000, and I wrote this out, and I must have made a mistake by writing $80,000.
Oh, so that's it. It's a careless mistake, kid.
I know, I'm sorry. I got a lot on my mind, but here, let me just take care of this. Give me a pen or something. Do you have it?
Not so fast.
Now, wait a minute. Baldwin, why don't you take your $8,000 and just forget it? I mean, you have our apology. The kid goofed.
Well, I'm not responsible for the mistakes that your employees make.
Wait a minute. It's a simple mistake, an understandable mistake.
Look, what I understand is you owe me $80,000, all right? Now, you're trying to renege?
You can't prove that you won $80,000 last night.
You can't prove that I didn't.
I got my dealer to stand behind us both.
Your dealer?
That's right.
Nobody's going to believe that. That won't hold up in court, you know that.
Well, what about the rest of the people at the table, Baldwin?
You could have paid them off, too, Blackie.
This won't stand up, and you know it. Blackie had no authorization to sign an I.O.U.
Then how come he did?
Blackie?
Well, Luke put me in charge of the place.
What?
Well, what do you know? That's going to look good in the papers. Luke Spencer leaves a kid in charge of a casino. It's not very responsible behavior for someone that's running for mayor. That's lousy publicity for the casino and the candidate.
You wouldn't dare publicize
It's not fair,
that.
Baldwin.
Life is not fair. You better learn that right now. As far as the $80,000 is concerned, I want it. Or I'm going to cry, foul, very loud and very long. And you'll be lucky to get any kind of a vote for gambling. Need I remind you the gambling referendum is coming up. So keep that in mind, Donald, while you're signing my check.
Why, you little squid.
I will be back.
I'd give 80 grand just to wring his lousy neck.
Mr. Brock, I'm sorry. This is all my fault.
Come on, don't blame him. If it hadn't been anybody else besides Scotty, it wouldn't even make a big deal.
Yeah, but unfortunately, it was Scotty.
I wish Luke were here to handle this.
I got you into this trouble. I'm going to get you out.
Wait a minute, where you going?
I know what to do. Don't worry about it.
Yeah? Well, I know what to do, too. Money? He's gonna get money. I'll fix his wagon for him. Hello. Hello, Nancy. This is Brock. Listen, look at my address book, will you? I need a number in Richmond, Virginia. It's the Richmond Redevelopment Group. Right. What is it? What? 5. Okay. What? I'll be in later. Look, in the meantime, I want you to contact all the investors for the waterfront here. I'm planning on buying Scotty out by the end of the day. That's right, Scotty Baldwin. Right, bye. Okay. What are you doing here so early? Huh?
Oh, habit, I think. I just came over to go over some songs.
That reminds me, what's the name of that fella, that guy that plays the piano over here?
Gregory.
That's right, Gregory, yeah. He hasn't been in out here lately.
No, and I have no idea where he is. But I have a feeling that he has played his last note in this place.
We have been ordered to get the second half of the equation.
Why? You have the first half. You have the disc. Why don't you just leave?
Lord Rama, we can't leave until our mission is completed.
A mission that has been fraught with pitfalls from the beginning, has it not?
We have succeeded so far.
Even so, the longer you stay in Port Charles, the more dangerous the situation becomes.
We already know there are WSB men posted outside the pavilion.
Well, that's of no concern to us. I'm sure that Scorpio has men posted all over the expo. It doesn't mean he knows the hostages are here.
We will have to formulate a new escape plan, however.
Why don't you just go? Now.
No, that's impossible. It is absolutely vital that we have the full equation.
Why? You have the disc.
With nothing but the original to copy, it could take us years to duplicate it. With the formula, we can begin the duplication process at once.
That's a very good point.
And the United States would never catch up to us. After all, it took Gerald 14 years to develop the formula in the first place.
True. You're most persuasive.
Yes. By the way, I assume the disc is safe.
Yes, I'm not trusting it to anyone anymore.
So you will take the disc back out with you?
I shall.
Gentlemen, if we could discuss the ransom now.
Then I assume we agree. We'll stick with the original plan.
Gregory has convinced me of that.
Good. Tell me, how much time should we give them to turn over the microfilm?
Why not today?
No, as I said, we still need time to formulate a new escape plan.
Tomorrow, then.
Tomorrow would be fine normally, except...
Except for what?
Except in this instance. We all know how slowly this government moves. Surely everyone involved is going to want to have a hand in the final decision.
48 hours then, but no more. That should give them plenty of time for their discussions.
And us plenty of time to make sure that our escape route is foolproof.
Then we are agreed. Scorpio has 48 hours to hand over the microfilm. Or else his wife, your wife, and Mr. Spencer will die.
Lord Rama.
Yes.
The women are creating a commotion. They are banging on the door. They are yelling for Luke Spencer.
Tell them he's been moved to another room.
They know that. They still insist on seeing him.
They're not in a position to insist on anything. Tell them to be quiet, or they'll regret it.
Go on, Jamal. Tell them.
I will shut them up.
Such emotional people, these Westerners.
Persimmons. What could he have meant?
Wish I knew. I mean, why the hell would Luke talk to some guy in an information booth about persimmon?
Yeah.
Listen, you should split up. I think you head off towards the main expo building.
Well?
Robert, these are persimmons.
You're right. What are they doing outside an American building? One of the few local ones here.
You don't think they're being held in one of our own buildings, do you?
I think we should find out.
Can we search the place?
I have a blanket warrant for all U.S. buildings. Come on.
Quite a few of the flowers in this arrangement are wild. I know that's hard to believe. An awful lot of them look rather tropical. But, for instance, this and this, these two are indigenous to the Port Charles area. Quite lovely, I think, don't you? Yes.
Audrey,
Oh, hello,
may I
Robert.
see you a moment, love?
Oh, yes, of course. Excuse me. Hello, Connie.
Hi.
Look, we're very sorry to interrupt.
Oh, that's all right. Some of the wives of the foreign dignitaries are gardening buffs, too, so I was just getting them familiar with some of the local flora and fauna.
Anyone particularly interested in persimmons?
What?
Forget about that. Look, we're trying to locate Luke, and we'd like to search your building.
Well, does this have anything to do with Jackie's article? It seems that she felt there was something serious going on involving you and Holly and Celia and Grant and Delphina's
And who is Connie Towney, really?
Yeah.
Do I get to find that out?
Well, I'm afraid there isn't much to find out.
Look, Audrey, I know this is an inconvenience, but believe me, it's very important to the American government.
This sounds serious.
Yeah, I can't go into any more detail.
Well, if you say it's serious, it's good enough for me. Well, what can I do?
Right. I really would appreciate it if, when you're walking around the expo, you could keep your eyes and ears open for any of the people that you were just talking about.
You mean Holly?
Yeah. But please, don't say anything more about it.
Oh, no, of course I won't.
And we would like to search the building.
Well, of course. I don't think you'll find anyone here except us gardeners.
Yeah, I'm afraid you're right on that point. Excuse me.
Yeah.
Hey.
Oh, this is a surprise.
Where's Jason?
It's at nursery school. Listen, I was just reading the newspaper. There's a big spread on the opening of the expo. I think we should go. It sounds like fun.
Great, we'll take Jason.
And you know, there was this article about, what's that girl reporter's name? You know what I'm talking about?
Who, Jackie?
Yeah.
Jackie.
She was talking all about Luke and some kind of intrigue surrounding this thing. It's incredible. Just a minute, I want to tell you the end of this. Don't go anywhere.
Is Mrs. Weber in?
No, she's out of town.
Out of town? I'm sorry. I'm Mrs. Blevins from the Child Services Department.
Oh, Mrs. Blevins, come on in, come on in.
Thank you.
Can I get you anything? Coffee, a sandwich, something?
Oh, thank you. Who are you?
Oh, this is Shirley Pickett, and I'm Jimmy Lee Holt.
And you know Mrs. Weber?
Oh, yeah, very, very well.
What's this about her being out of town?
Well, you see, she had to go to Nevada. Her son got sick.
She's supposed to tell me if she's taking Jason out of town.
Well, he's here. We're just taking care of him while she's gone.
You are?
That's right. You see, I'm his uncle.
Oh, I see. And, you two live here together?
That's right.
Yeah.
Married?
No.
No.
We're not.
I see. How long have you been looking after the child?
Well, it's been a couple of weeks now since she's been away.
And when is Mrs. Weber expected home?
Well, we're not exactly sure. She's probably going to stay with her son until he gets well.
I assume if she's gone longer than expected that Jason will go to the main house and live with his father.
No, he's going to stay here.
I see. I really must talk to Dr. Quartermain and Mrs. Weber about this. May I have her number in Nevada, please?
Sure. I'll get it for you. Here you go.
Thank you. I'll be contacting you shortly. Goodbye.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Sure.
Bye.
What was that all about? I'm not exactly sure, but I have an idea. We're going to find out real soon.
Well, I can't believe we are really going to have lunch at that new Expo Cafe today.
I had to call in a couple of favors to get that reservation, I'll have you know.
Oh, well, I am eternally grateful. It's going to be beautiful to eat outside today.
Sir, do you have a minute to see Mr. Parrish?
Well, yes, of course.
Excuse me, I don't mean to bust in or anything.
Hi.
Like this, and you guys got to do something about Scotty. He was at the casino last night. He won $8,000, right? Well, we didn't have enough cash in the place, so I had to write an I.O.U. And I had so many things in my mind I wasn't thinking. I accidentally wrote $80,000 down by mistake.
80,000?
Yeah, well, the thing is, he wants to collect the money. We don't have that kind of money. And Luke is going to kill me. I don't know what to do.
But, No, nothing's going to happen to you. You have my word on that.
Yeah, well, you didn't see Scotty Baldwin.
No, Blackie, believe me. Scotty's not going to get away with this. He's bluffing. And
Yeah.
I'm going to stop him.
All right. Thanks a lot, Lee. I appreciate that. I know it was a dumb mistake and everything, but...
Your only mistake was dealing with Scotty.
Yeah, well, no offense or anything. I know he's your son and stuff, but that guy sure can give people a hard time.
Yes, I know he can. I'll be in touch.
All right.
Don't you worry, Blackie.
Thanks a lot, Lee. I appreciate it. See you later, kid.
Bye, Blackie. Well, this time Scotty has really gone too far.
He doesn't have a chance in hell of collecting that money in court, and he knows it. He hasn't got the shred of a case. Bridget, I want you to call my son and tell him that I said to get over here now. Hmm?
Yes, sir. I better cancel the lunch.
Oh, yes, honey, I'm sorry. I'm afraid so. I've got to stop, Scotty. That's first thing on the agenda.
Of course, I couldn't agree more. We can have lunch another day there.
Well, that's another big zero.
So what'd you expect?
Okay, what do we do now?
Well, I thought we might each take an area, see what we can find.
Come on, we've got half the WSB doing that.
So what do you suggest?
All right, let's go back to your place. Brainstorm it.
See if we can figure out what persimmon means.
Yeah. Oops. Tree. Could it be the national plant or the official tree of one of the countries here?
Good thought. Let's check it.
Yeah. Wait a second, I'm famished.
Not again. I know you always get hungry when you start to move into the kill, but at this stage we're not.
Oh, we're not done. It's sour, Is that mango ripe?
As ripe as the lips of the lady.
I'd like that. Say the man, Robert.
Have any persimmon?
It's a little too early season, sir.
Even if you did have them, how does that help us?
Persimmons you put aside for me? Oh, right. Luscious. Who wanted to buy these?
A couple that just left.
Americans?
One of them.
Do you have any more?
Not for the moment, but I have a large order coming in later today.
Well, you put all of it aside for me. We have guests.
Now what do I do?
Excuse me?
Jessie, have you ever had one of those days where no matter what you're going to do, it's not going to turn out right?
Occasionally.
Occasionally, huh? Count your blessings you're not a quartermain.
Well, amen to that. Do I have any messages, Jess?
Yes, you do.
Oh, thank you. You by any chance talking to Scorpio?
No?
So, still no news about Grant or Celia?
No.
Well, that was obviously an important phone call.
What makes you say that?
Because you have that, how do I tell Monica this one look on your face, Alan? Who was it?
Heather,
What does she want?
you better brace yourself, Monica.
I'm already braced. The minute you mention her name, I'm braced. What is she doing now?
She's not coming back.
What?
Stephen Laws is very sick and she's going to stay with him. She even got a job in the admissions office of
Oh.
the hospital where he is.
Well, that's quite a coup.
The other thing is that Jeff's wife is pregnant, and Heather may get custody of Stephen Lars back after the baby is born.
Son of a gun. Well, let's see. Jeff is happy, and his wife is happy, and Heather is really happy. How come I'm not happy, Alan?
I haven't got a clue.
Oh, come on, take a wild guess.
Monica.
Never mind, I'll just tell you. The reason I am not happy is because there is this reoccurring problem in our lives. It's like what to do with darling Jason.
I don't think we ought to discuss it here, Monica.
I don't think we have to discuss it anywhere.
We better discuss it sometime.
How about never?
You've got to be reasonable.
Look, I've been reasonable, Alan. I'm now going to be adamant. I am going to be unyielding and unswayable.
You don't even know what I'm going to say.
I know what you're thinking, and the answer's no. N-O, no. You got it, Alan? No.
He's my son, and don't you ever forget it. You're not unyielding, you're unbelievable.
Hi, Jess. I'm back.
Oh, good. How was the expo?
Well, I have never seen so many people dressed in so many different kinds of clothes, speaking so many different kinds of languages. It really is incredible.
I must get down there one day soon.
Oh, you must, you must. Jess, have you seen either Ruby or Bobby lately, today?
No, not so far.
Uh-huh. Well, I was just wondering if they had mentioned seeing Luke.
Dan mentioned last night they were kind of worried. They haven't seen him in some time.
It's curious, isn't it?
Yeah. Did you read that piece in the paper, the article?
Yeah. And I talked a little bit to Robert, but nothing that was very enlightening.
I'd like to know what's going on.
So would I. It's very strange.
I would say so, yes. Celia and Grant and Luke and Holly, according to that article, have vanished off the face of the earth.
This could be it. That's Scorpio.
How nice to find you at home, Mr. Scorpio.
Yeah, just an old homebody. That's me. I've been waiting for your call.
Good. There's someone here who wants to speak to you.
Holly? Sorry to disappoint you, Commissioner.
Who is this?
You know me as Gregory.
Disappointment is an understatement. Let me speak to my wife.
When you do what you're told.
And I assume that's what the call's all about?
Very good, Commissioner. You have 48 hours to deliver the microfilm.
Let's talk about this, all right?
48 hours. If we don't have it by then, your wife, Celia, and Luke Spencer will die.
Now, wait.
General Hospital will continue in a moment.